Today we're going to do another ankle taping. This is the closed basket weave ankle taping, which is similar to the traditional or the basic ankle taping that we taught you in a previous video. If you need to refer back to that one, you certainly can. But this particular video is a little bit more advanced. It just adds more tape to the ankle, which is primarily for an individual that has a much more significant ankle sprain. So it really goes through a lot of the same principles, same ideas, but definitely has a little bit more of an advanced technique with some more tape. The tools that we're going to use are again going to be our basic just 1.5 linen tape, which creates typically the best kind of support and structure for an individual that needs their ankle taped. Again, is a standard technique that all athletic trainers should know how to do. So we're going to show you how to do that. So here again, we want to have them in a nice position. We are going to have him placed in a neutral position, so have his foot in dorsiflexion, and hopefully he'll stay in this position throughout the taping, because again, this is going to be in a standing position when he hops down. So again, we want to secure the tape with tough skin. So I would make sure to spray this area to make sure that the pre-wrap doesn't float all the way around. However, if the athlete is allergic to the tough skin, we would make sure that we don't use that. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply our heel and lace pads. Again, one goes right over the laces where you would essentially tie up your shoes, and the other one goes in the posterior heel. These are just high friction areas to make sure that the tape, when it creases and rubs, doesn't really cause the athlete too much discomfort. We're again going to apply our tape, our pre-wrap. So we're going to secure and place this around the foot and do our figure 8 pattern, similar to the basic ankle tape, as well as similar to the ankle compressive wrap. So you can look at those again if you want further details on actually how to do these. So once our pre-wrap is applied, again ensuring that there's no wrinkles or problems, we're going to place our anchors. Again, there's going to be 2 anchors that are going to start up on the skin to make sure that the tape doesn't slide down. So we'll apply our first anchor, our second anchor around, again doing that angling down just to make sure that we don't have any wrinkles or gaps or anything in the back. Again, following the same procedures as the basic ankle taping. And again, we're going to apply our anchor down to the base of the foot. This again needs to be very loose, because when he steps down, we don't want, or when the ankle expands, we don't want to cut off any circulation to create any issues there. So now what I'm going to do is, this is where the most significant difference comes in creating the basket weave. I am going to use the similar technique as the basic ankle taping to apply my first strip, which is I'm going to go from the medial side. I'm going to pull the ankle to the lateral side and attach this into a stirrup pattern. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change it up into a horseshoe taping, which means that instead of going from the anchor on the top of the ankle, I'm actually going to go down towards the foot. So I'm going to apply it on the medial side, and I'm going to wrap it around to the lateral side, just like that. So you'll see that I've got a crisscrossing piece coming down here and then one coming down there. So I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to overlap these by half. I'm going to again pull to the lateral side and secure that. I'm going to repeat my horseshoe, going up now, overlapping by half, so you can see that you'll start to see the basket weave pattern that's forming in just like that. I'm going to do one more, just because again I want it nice and secure, nice and tight. Pull this again into the lateral position, making sure that I don't have any wrinkles, and I'm going to apply my horseshoe one more time. Now, if I stopped here, this would be called an open basket weave, which means that I've got some room here for the ankle to be able to expand. This is a technique that used to be done when you wanted the athlete to walk away after they had an injury, but if it was going to swell up overnight, you would want some room to be able to swell. So we actually don't want that here. We want everything to be a little bit more secure and tight. So we are creating what's called a closed basket weave. So what I'm going to do is instead, I'm just going to continue wrapping this all the way up because we want it as tight and secure as we possibly can coming up. So you can see now I've closed this up. Everything is nice and secure and tight, and we're all set to kind of move on. So that's the closed basket weave portion of the tape. The remaining tape is the exact identical to the previous basic ankle taping. So we're going to do our sixes. So we're going to start on the medial side and tear that. We're going to start on the lateral side. Secure there. We're also going to do our heel locks, which again are identical to the previous taping, the basic. We're going to do that again on the going from the medial to the lateral side, and then we're all set. Now the last modification to the closed basket weave is instead of going from proximal to distal with our taping, we're going to go from distal to proximal. The reason for that is because this is a fresh ankle sprain, and as he's doing activity, it's possible that it starts to swell, and we want to force and push that swelling up and out of the foot, so we want to kind of draw that up. So we actually do start from the bottom of the foot, or the distal side, instead of the proximal. So again, I'm just going to mirror what I did previously. I'm just going to continue to work my way up the ankle until we get to the very top. And then lastly, I'm going to place my anchor down around the foot, again, making it not too terribly tight. I don't want to cut off any circulation. Again, I want to rub the tape to make sure that the adhesive is nice and sealed, and then he's all good to go. So that is the closed basket weave. Again, you can add tape to this. You can do more figure eights, you can do more heel locks, you can do more sixes, anything that might create some more stability. You can just kind of build on onto here. This is the basic closed basket weave ankle taping.